So Wambora speaks out now with Muteki Njau.
Morning. Morning.
Now, like my friend here has said, Embu County has been in the news not for good reasons. Yes. Very negative things said about Embu. From the very beginning, when you were thrown out by the Assembly, by the Senate, court matters, how do you survive?
Well, Mutegi, there's been a lot of negative publicity, and that's why I'm here to tell Kenyans and my county residents that Embu is doing wonders now. We are doing well, finally.
In what way?
Development.
What can you cite as a stellar? Because the last thing we saw is that Auditor General was saying that development things we're doing, they are not appropriate, they are not accounted for.
No.
The Auditor General had nothing good to say about it.
No. There are many good things.
Give us examples.
Auditor General has said his bit, and we have also given our response, which he has not taken into consideration. We have achieved several firsts in Embu. We are the first county to provide water for children in all the primary schools in Embu and secondary schools. That's a first. We have bought over 670 tanks, water tanks, and each tank is 12,000 liters. And this is one of the success stories for Embu. And we are still buying an additional 130 for the remaining schools to make 800 water tanks. We have also excelled in areas of youth empowerment. As a matter of fact, some countries are now coming to benchmark with us. A very successful youth trust fund, which is working, and they are being self-employed. We have a first to commercialize some water project where we have even borrowed money from housing finance with assistance of USAID and the German development partners. So we are working very well. We are working with our development partners, World Bank, and we are doing very good drainage of water storm in Embu. We are also doing very well in health. We have already installed 5 dialysis machines. We have already installed a CT scan. We are now installing MRI. We have already installed oxygen oxygen plant. We are no more buying oxygen. We are moving on now to put up a 3-story building, which is going to host 4 state-of-the-art theaters, ICU theaters, high dependency theaters.
You are talking about equipment.
No, I'm now talking about construction.
What about?
I'm talking about the equipment.
Talk about human. Talk about doctors and nurses.
We are doing very well. There are no strikes in Embu. We are working in harmony. Our doctors, our nurses, our paramedics are happy. We are paying them on time, and they are well motivated.
How are you doing that compared to other governors? Many other hospitals are closed. Why? How do you manage that?
Mutegi,
can the other governors learn from you?
Mutegi, you know very well that I'm a seasoned civil servant. I've worked with the government for many years. So I'm able to negotiate with these people. I'm able to pay them on time. I'm able to tell them to wait until they are assessed so that we can give them permanent terms, those who have been working on contract. We are the first county to put all the youth polytechnic instructors on permanent terms from this month. In fact, from July. All of them who are being paid by the national government, who are not even getting money from the national government. From July, we have put all the instructors of Ferich Polytechnics on permanent terms. And we have no problems in Embu in terms of nurses and doctors. They are satisfied.
The director says we have a clip. What we have seen previously about health. Can we see that clip? Something to do with health, what the governor said before.
Kama nile matrakta ilinunuliwa, haikununuliwa vizuri. Kama nile magali ilinunuliwa mkubwa, walienda wakanunua gali ya 2,500 cc, but the vehicles that was delivered to Embu County is 1,600 cc. Hiyo ni ukora kabisa.
Wale wanataka siasa za 2017 poleni sana. Mutakuta Wambora 2017 mpende mspende. Amutaweza kunitoa mbele ya 2017. Mulinjaribu mkanipeleka makotini, ningali niko gavana wa Embu.
Kama kuna shida yoyote kwa hiyo report haikuandikwa na Leni Kivuti, haikuandikwa na Cecily Barire, haikuandikwa na mjumbe wowote. Imeandikwa na Auditor General.
Ikiwa Assembly haikuniweza na Senate haikuniweza, hawa hataniweza.
Kama ikitumika vizuri, wananchi wenyewe watasema wanaona. Hakuna kitu ya kuonea mtu.
We give answers to this auditor report which he decided to ignore. So we are not worried about it.
Na mwache hii makelele hii, mimi sitaki. Hii makelele ni ya nini? Kila mtu afanye kazi yake. Si namna hiyo? Mpatie nafasi huyu Wambora afanye ile anaweza. Ama namna gani? Ikifika 2017 si mtamfanyia exam. Ama namna gani? Kwani mnafikiri atarudi kuwa gavana bila ya kwenda kwa uchaguzi? Si lazima aende kwa uchaguzi. Na wenye kupiga kura ni nani? Na nyinyi mnaelewa maneno? Alafu sasa shida iko wapi?
Yeah, these are the comments was made when the deputy president came to our county.
Yes.
And it looks like you and the senator don't see eye to eye. Is it because of tribalism or is it because of performance?
No, I don't think. I'm not really convinced it's tribalism. You know, it's simplifying too much. Here we have people who are rushing for shortcut to power and county resources. That will not happen. That will not happen. There are those comments about the audit, and we gave our answers. We are doing all right. We are doing well, and that's why Mutegi, we are having all these development partners working with us. World Bank will not fund projects in Embu if we are not spending money well. The German government will not spend money in Embu if we are not spending it well. The same with USAID and other, even private sector, because we are even signing memorandums and partnering with private sector from America and from elsewhere. So it's a question of people who are afraid. I will entrench myself for the next 10 years in terms of development. And I'm saying, poleni, hiyo itafanyika sasa, because we are now working with the county assembly. It's only county assembly which would have made it impossible for me to achieve development.
How did you achieve
now that I'm working with the county assembly?
How did you achieve that? Bribing them?
We are, no. We don't
that's
bribe
what
them.
governors do. When they are conflict with the county assembly, what they do is bribe them with the gifts. Like, for instance, here, you give them mortgage houses, car loans, and the general saying there is no documentation about that.
No, documentation is not done by the governor. Documentation is done by the county assembly, because they are reasonably dependent in expenditure. And if they do not operationalize those accounts well, it's the county assembly which should be answerable, not the governor. So really, these are the kind of things we are saying are not correct.
How did you,
in the audit,
from the extreme of impeaching you to the extreme of cooperating? They are the same people. How was it achieved?
They have discovered, they have found out their governor is a very clean person, hard-working, well-intentioned, and they are aware that they will achieve their development objectives if they work with me harmoniously. And we are now achieving results. In the last few months, we have been working in harmony, and we have resolved. In the Arusha Declaration, we resolved to work together harmoniously without any unnecessary side shows.
In that Arusha Declaration,
and there are people who are not happy with that harmony.
Well, you made foreign trips worth 4 million shillings. One of them was to go to Arusha to reconcile the MCAs and yourself.
No, you see,
and then a trip to South Africa, 4 million shillings.
There's significance about Arusha. Arusha is the nearest foreign town to Kenya, major town to Kenya, and we chose to go to the nearest spot where the Tanzania has been in total harmony since independence for over 55 years, and we wanted to benchmark with Tanzania. Their first proposal was we go to Rwanda. I told them, no, Rwanda is too far. We shall spend a lot of money. They went by buses, private vehicles, you know, teaming up together. It was not expensive. There are people who have been going to Far East or to Europe. For us, we went to the nearest place and we didn't spend money.
Foreign trips.
And in fact, it's cost effective because we are now working very well and we are achieving wonders.
According to Auditor General, the foreign trips you made were worth 4.4. But, and he's saying that money should be recovered. The 4.4 million shillings that you spent on those foreign trips that no added value, according to him, must be recovered.
It earned a lot of value. We have not been working harmoniously and developing. After benchmarking with Tanzania, we are now moving well.
What about South Africa?
South Africa, it was a small team of finance committee, which was sponsored by the county assembly itself, and it had nothing to do with me.
What about that figure, 4.4 million?
That's the time when they were giving me hell on earth. So I even didn't know about it. So I only came to learn about it later. But they are going to account for that.
They are going to?
I will account for the Tanzanian trip.
The Auditor General says that money be recovered.
Which one now?
4.4 million foreign trip money.
For where?
Foreign, generally.
Yeah, foreign. In the audit, they are not talking about the Tanzania trip because that happened this financial year. I mean, just the end of last financial year. And, no, I think, when was it? July, yeah, July. So it is actually this financial year. So it may not be in the audit yet. Possibly the South African trip may be in the audit.
That wasn't
that one, I leave it to the county assembly to account for it.
But who is supposed to recover the money?
They will recover. They will recover if it was not justifiable. But it's up to them to now justify it.
But you're now calling them and you're saying we are together.
No, I'm talking about the last financial year when things were being done without consultation.
There is also a report that operationalization,
yeah.
To operate what offices, you spent 0.4 million shillings.
Not me, the county assembly. That's one reason why I got in trouble with them, because I'm the one who blew the whistle. I'm the one who blew the whistle through my county secretary. And all hell broke loose. But there you are. I was not witch hunting. I just wanted the controller of budget to know these issues, and of course transition authority and the CRI to know about these things. And they will explain. But we breathe the whistle. We breathe the whistle about it.
When you say they will explain when? The report is already there?
It's already there, but explanation is still to be given. We are also giving a further explanation ourselves
that
for the issues raised by the auditor.
Senate?
To the Senate.
To the Senate.
But for us, we shall give our explanation to the county assembly.
What about the houses, the mortgages? According to that, they got loans to buy cars and got loans to buy houses. But they are not charged. There is no security. They are not charged at all. The banks that give the money, there are no charges.
May not go that route because they are wholly responsible for what they did with the money, and they will account for it. Which means I would prefer to deal with my issues, and my issues are being dealt with very, very clearly, very thoroughly, because we are now going to be accountable to the county assembly for whatever issues which have been raised. But for the issues, they will have to deal with the Senate. The first item from the Auditor General report is that you did not have a procurement plan. You bought things haphazard without a plain planning. We and individual departments are given their work plans, which will be the basis for procurement plans. We had charges of personnel, but now we have been assisted by the national government, the national treasury, and they are filling the gap in the procurement sector. We are now having somebody from the national treasury who is assisting us with these issues of procurement. We had been too busy fighting to get the right people, but now we have. But we are going to enhance it even more.
In that
So that was the omission of the department, but we have now the right people. And we are going to get, we are still looking for more personnel in that department.
In that clip we just watched, you are saying that you will be a governor up to 2017. Now that's the deputy president saying you are a governor up to 2017, but that's not really the matter, because there's still a Damocles sword hanging on your neck. There is still a matter that the court says you should settle within 4 months. The court matter.
In fact, I'll be very happy if we can beat the deadline of 4 months. It would be my pleasure, because it's not good when we are having uncertainty. But that uncertainty is not worrying me at all. I'm working one day at a time. Meanwhile, I have a lot of confidence in the Kenyan judicial system. I have no misgiving that justice will be
What is pending?
done.
Tell the people what is pending in court.
What is pending is issues of the second impeachment.
Yes.
Which was based on the same issues of the first impeachment. And those issues were addressed by the Court of Appeal sitting in Nyeri, and I was cleared. So that is the first impeachment. And if a Court of Appeal and the High Court sitting in Kerugoya cleared me of all those allegations, where I was being accused of all manner of procurement, whereas governors don't do procurement and financial issues. And the law is very clear. Individuals who commit themselves and mess in financial issues and procurement are liable individually. Me as the CEO of the county is to oversee and make sure we are moving in the right direction as per our vision and our strategies. So, having been cleared by the High Court and the Court of Appeal, I'm hopeful that I'll be cleared also by the Nairobi High Court of Appeal.
But you have been given, who has been given 4 months?
4 months is to fast track the process.
Who is to fast track? You cannot move the court.
The registrar of the Court of Appeal. And we are hopeful that will happen so that we can now concentrate on development of Embu County.
What if the Court of Appeal judges makes a ruling against you, not in your favor?
God forbid. If that happens, we still have the Supreme Court.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So it means the matter is still penned?
No problem. Let the matter stand. Having been accused falsely, I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
But
because even my accusers have realized they accused me falsely. So, but let the judicial system work. Let's leave it to the judicial system, really. I have total confidence with the judicial system and the integrity of the judges.
You see, many Kenyans feel that you are a governor because of court systems.
No.
If it was because of the voter in Embu.
I'm a governor because I was given a lot of votes by the Embu people. And you see, the Kenya Constitution is very clear, the supremacy of the Constitution. That's why I was given a mandate. In fact, the people who are trying to get me out were trying to defranchise the Embu people. But thank God, things are moving on and the law is being followed. We have good laws. Let us go by the law, and we shall not give people who don't want to follow the law shortcut to power and to the county treasury.
You don't feel any guilt that you
absolutely none.
No.
No. Absolutely no. Guilty for what? I pray for those who have tormented me.
Those people who are tormented, they are your MCAs.
And we are now working together.
Are you working together as a speaker?
Yes.
Well, the last time he came here, he had very unpalatable things to say about
you. But he has no choice, because I'm working with MCAs. He was elected by the MCAs. He has no choice. He has to work with me. And the speaker is not supposed to be a politician. It's really unfortunate. He's supposed to be neutral and impartial. So when he involves himself in politics, it's a sad thing. But meanwhile, we are working very well in the whole county assembly, including the speaker, regardless of his political opinion. He can have his political opinion, but that will not stop us from moving ahead.
Is his political opinion contrary to yours?
No, yeah, of course, we have different political opinions, because my political opinion is focused on prosperity and unity of Embu County. And that's what I'm going to concentrate on, not on 2017. That's what I keep on emphasizing. My mandate is up to 2017, and then I'll go back to the wonderful people of Embu to ask for more mandate.
Embu is a kind of a place which is supposed to be agriculture.
Absolutely.
What have you done about agriculture?
Agriculture?
You've talked about health.
We have talked of health. We have talked about water.
Health.
We have talked of youth empowerment. Agriculture, we are on course. Agriculture, we are providing all the necessary extension services support. We are well equipped, we have enough personnel, and we are right in the field. And what we are doing is to facilitate the farmers to grow more, more produce of whatever grows there, and to add value. So specifically, we have already procured tractors, which we are now leasing to the farmers at subsidized rates. We are also providing subsidized fertilizer. We are also providing subsidized seeds. We are also providing free seedlings. I gave over 20,000 seedlings in December to farmers for the new variety of coffee in Batian. We are also assisting the farmers to add value. We have partnered with the coffee farmers, the 24 cooperative societies, to bring machinery from Brazil. From January, we shall be now milling our own coffee in the county. We are assisting the farmers of macadamia with the seedlings, and we are also assisting those who want to invest in macadamia. And as a result, we have young investors from Embu and Switzerland who are now putting a factory which will be ready in January next year, so that we are able to now add value to our macadamia. We are also assisting the young farmers for the 46 or so youth groups to get greenhouses and do mobile marketing for their produce which they grow. So we are doing quite a lot. And providing, of course, other dams for minor irrigations.
But when I pass through them, go to my home.
And we also now building storage for cereals.
Where are they?
For seedlings.
Where are they?
For seedlings and for fertilizer. The one we had partnered with the national government is already opened in Chicago. We are putting one. One is being completed in Mwea, Bonsuki, and another one is being built in Kivemo. So we are at the top of it.
So in view of what you are telling me, those people who are opposed to you, why is it they're against you? Why, for instance, the senators? You should be seeing what is happening. They are saying, for instance, you sabotage national government developments, such as roads.
How? We have given them a chance to put tarmac. They are not able, so I'll be forced to start in October to put tarmac in most of our roads, starting with the Kibogo Road.
Where are you getting the money from?
Our budget. And we are also working with various partners who can give us a soft loan so that we can do 100 kilometers of tarmacking in Embu. We are working very hard. As long as the regulations and issues which were agreed by intergovernmental budget and council, council forum, then we shall be able to actually achieve the 100 kilometers. But we shall meanwhile start with the funds we have, which is 300 million for tarmacking. Meanwhile, we have already rehabilitated over 273 roads and opened many others in the rural areas, Mashinane, in the sub-locations and in the wards. Because we have 4 tractors which we bought, and we have added 2 more from the share from the national government. So we have 6 tractors. So we are doing very well in the infrastructure to ensure that, and we have bought Maram roads, Maram farms, land, so that we can make construction of roads, grading and marraming much cheaper. And that's one of our successes.
We're talking about regulations. One of the findings of the Auditor General is that when it comes to employment, you do not follow regulations. I give an example of Sergeant at Arms, whom you employed and give him different terms, which is not according to
now again that's a county assembly.
That not you.
They're highlighting our issues. They're highlighting issues of county assembly as ours. That's county assembly. They have to answer. But they like focusing on Wambora more than anything else.
But we
have county assembly service board, and they are the ones being who are being questioned, and they have to answer individually, including the speaker. They have to answer, but they like highlighting issues of the executive.
So what was it that when the senator was speaking?
No, very simple issues.
Yes.
Very Mutegi. When the national government does a national tender through supplies division, why now would I go for another tender in the county? All the governors bought vehicles from CMC because there was a national tender, which is cheaper. Bought Prandos from the Toyota Kenya because they were cheaper and there was already a national tender. Now, how all my years of working in the national government, that is not a mistake. I think the Auditor General is way out of. He has been living in the outside of Kenya and he's not. He's getting it wrong. He's getting it wrong. I don't know whether he knows what he's talking about. So we have nothing to apologize about.
But he is the Auditor General.
He is the Auditor General, but the Auditor General can make mistakes and he can be questioned. And we have answered him. And even the Cabinet Secretary, National Treasurer, has also questioned him. Even the Attorney General has questioned him.
Somebody says, Mr. Governor, sir, can you address the state of roads in Embu? The Kieni Karurumo Road, it looks like a shamba. Wambora, the Muzatari Carolina Muratato Road is a major highway, which is crucial in congesting the town. Do you have any plans on it? This is from
yes,
Ndongo.
Yes. May I start by answering the issue about Kadanjure or Kieni Makutano Kadanjure Karurumo.
Yes.
That is a road which is under KERA, Kenya Rural Roads Authority. Yes. But actually it's a county road. Unfortunately, the funds are passed on to KERA, and we have been telling the national government they should release these funds to us directly, not to KERA, so that because they are county roads. But since we are not having the funds, then we have to blame KERA. But meanwhile, what I'll do is I'll grade it and put Maram. However, it is in the scheme of the being funded by the European Union. It has taken too long, and I'll follow it up. For Mudatari Kevwe Road, it's a very critical road, and it's in my scheme among the 100 kilometers for tamaking.
Somebody needs to put a loop so that people don't have to pass.
Absolutely. No, it's a very critical. It's a very critical road.
Yeah.
For the time being, it's a bypass. It would be a very good bypass to decongest the town. So it's very correct. It's among the roads which is within my program of 100 kilometers for tamaking.
Somebody called. Is asking when will you build ECD classes?
We are now 10 are being completed. This year we shall be doing 20 ECD classes every year. 20 every year as per our budget. But now that we are in harmony and we are now preparing, we are going to complete the procurement annual plan next week. We shall begin implementing this project from September. 20 ECD classes every month, every year, as per our budget.
What about the issue? Okay, somebody do something to do with Efurori.
Efurori, yes. What are they asking about? The road?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, Evrori, we have also included them in the in our 100-kilometer program for tarmacking. So, and we are also providing them with water pipes and spending over 15 million to upgrade the level 4 hospital in Karurumu, in Shiara. So we have major plans for them also.
Was it the governor's office or the county assembly that had a partnership with the KCA University?
KCA.
For some training, which was questioned by the Auditor General.
No, the county government executive is not having any agreement for training with the KCA. I'm not sure whether the county assembly is also in that issue, but not us for sure.
I think unless you have other things to say, I would like to let you address your people.
Oh, okay. May I just tell my people of Embu County, I'm very, very grateful for your support, and indeed for your prayers. You have supported me all the way, and that's one of the reasons why I could not succumb to the hardships I was subjected through, because I always thought about you, that I have to fulfill the promises I did when I was campaigning for this position, which you gave me willingly and with a lot of thought. I can assure you we are definitely going to implement our project in the remaining period, and we are going to achieve our goal to make Embu prosperous.
That is, if the Court of Appeal rules in your favor.
Well, meanwhile, we are moving on. Meanwhile, we are moving on to do our best.
Thank you very much, Managa.